Before the video starts, if you're ever confused on something, check the description, because I did not go into detail for a lot of things in this video. Also, if you like this video, I would love if you subscribe and like this video to show me what content you guys kinda like. Now, time to go to the video. Pichu, the tiny mouse Pokemon, and one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. However, Pichu competitively is absolutely horrendous. Pichu's stats are okay for a baby Pokemon, but they're still terrible at that. Pichu's defense is really low at 15. Its attack and special attack is fine, but its defense and HP is bad. Pichu's other main issue is its move pool is bad. It learns very few moves from level up, and its TMs, all the good ones, are found very late into the game. Pichu also suffers from a lack of coverage, with only having mostly electric and normal type moves. So that leads to the question, can you beat Pokemon White 2 with only a Pichu? The rules are going to be that I'm allowed to use held items, but I'm not allowed to use items in battle. This includes potions, ethers, and all medical items. Pichu is the only Pokemon allowed in battle. Others are needed for HMs. So some footage got corrupted, but all that happened was I got Pichu by using the universal randomizer. I got my rival and battled him and won for the first fight, and then got Pokeballs, and the challenge began. But this program has some issues. Some very clear issues. Tepig has a second nose, and Thundershock looks very weird. Other than those few visual glitches, the game runs perfectly fine on my computer. So this leads into the first main rival fight. And I'm underleveled, and it could have killed me. Very many times. Thundershock does less than a fourth, so I need to hit 5 of them. He tackled first turn, and did nothing after that. Just got hit, and just like to hit Tail Whip. So, some good luck there. And that was the first rival fight. Then I went on a quest to find the Lush Herdier, and found it very easily. And found Team Plasma. Then we talked to Alder, beat up his 2 punks inside to try and teach him type matchups, and then we go to the first gym. And I made it to the first gym, and I got destroyed. I got a very lucky crit on Patrat, which brought it down to less than half. But the fight after that just went horribly. They do a lot of damage when they hit due to my terrible defense, and so I lost the battle. This led to a huge grinding session where I would repetitively kill his first Pokemon, then lose to him, and then repeat the process until I got a lot of XP and was finally able to beat him. Then after a whole ton of tries, it finally happened. I beat Charon. But it took a lot of luck. It not only took a crit here, but so much more. The goal was to paralyze and confuse Lillipup, so it never had a chance to move, because if it hit me twice, I die. And with a little luck, I now have the first gym badge. Now nothing really happened between the first gym and the second gym was surprisingly easy. I did it on my first try. Now this is a good time to tell you what moves are on Pichu. It has Thunder Wave to paralyze the opponent, Sweet Kiss to confuse it, Nasty Plot, which is a +2 special attack, and then Thundershock because it's the best move I have at the moment. Now the most common strategy I will use in battle is paralyze and confuse and just hope for good paralyze luck, and then build up +3 nasty plots and then just try and sweep through the opponent. This battle is a good example of that, but I had some really good luck with the opponent being paralyzed. And that is the battle and the second gym badge that I got. Then there was a little bit more Team Plasma fighting, and then time to go to the gym. And when I got to the gym, it didn't go well. I just got bullied time after again by the trainers. They were just too strong, and Pichu just wasn't strong enough. I then went out to grind, and this is a good time to talk about breeders. Breeders are programmed so that every time you leave the area, they heal up and they'll fight you again. And this was very useful because it was an easy way to gain a lot of experience quickly. However, for the first breeder, it had a Meryl and a Drillmer, and Drillmer was not fun to battle against, but at level 29, I was finally able to get up to Berg, and he was a problem. The hardest part about a Berg is that his Swadloon and Levani were part grass type, so that meant that Thundershock was not very effective, which led to not being able to stack nasty plots, which led to me using Return, which is not the best move in the world. So that made me had to grind. At level 33, I went for a true try again, and it went pretty well. I had a lot of luck, which caused me to be able to win the fight. And with that incredible show of luck, I got myself the third gym badge. After the gym, I ran into an issue. Colress. He is a steel type trainer, and he has a couple of steel electrics, which is an absolute pain to deal with. He was not an issue during this battle, but he's gonna come back with a vengeance. I made it to the next gym with no problems, and then I battled Elisa, and she is a pain. Our entire team consists of physical attacking electric types, which is a problem for Pichu. My strategy became just throw myself at her time after time, get a little bit of XP, and try again. At level 40, I was finally able to beat Elisa. This took a lot of grinding and being 14 levels over. However, like most things, this took a lot of luck. And if I didn't have this luck on my side, I probably would have needed to grind another 5 levels. And that is the 4th gym badge done. 4 more to go, and a lot more suffering. After doing some plot stuff, my fear came true. A triple battle. And I got a little lucky on this triple battle. All of his Pokemon are weak to electric, so it was surprisingly easy, but this could have been bad. And just for some reasoning on why I have 2 other Pokemon, in Gen 5, you cannot go into a double battle or a triple battle with only 1 Pokemon, and this is a necessary battle to progress. By the time I got to the 5th gym, I was fearing it a lot. But the trainers were all pushovers, so I was kind of happy, and I was ready for Clay, and Clay was not as easy as the rest of the trainers. Now, Clay was really hard to beat. He is a ground type gym leader, which his first Pokemon has the ability Intimidate, which lowers your attack 1 stage, which pretty much takes returning his entire team to death pretty much out of the possibility. His first Pokemon also knew Bulldozer, which would lower your speed by 1 stage, which means I wouldn't outspeed the rest of his Pokemon, which would be a major issue. But there was one saving grace to this. The red balloon was in this town, or air balloon as it's properly known as. It allows you to dodge all ground type moves until you're hit. And then Echoed Voice, which is a 40 base power move, but every time it's used its power doubles all the way up to 200 power, is a really good move for this. After a lot of tries, around a couple hours of tries, and a little bit of grinding, and a little bit of trying other stuff, I finally got a run that worked. This run had so much luck that went my way. It was ridiculous, but I guess we take it. So Pichu's moveset going in this fight was Flash, Nasty Plot, Sweet Kiss, and Echoed Voice. And everything worked out very well. There was a lot of luck, but it worked out like a charm. And that is the 5th gym badge, and the one I was fearing the most. Somehow, literally nothing important happened until the 5th gym badge. There was the World Pokemon Tournament, and that was about it. And Pichu just swept through it by using Return, and everything died. Now, at the 5th gym badge was pretty much a piece of cake. Most things died to 2 shots, and the gym leader was a pushover to say the least. And another important thing to note is that I got Volt Switch, which is a lot better than Thunder Shock, and that made this gym badge a lot easier. Had a rival fight, and absolutely swept my rival. Nothing to really show about it. If I told every story about me getting stuck at the bridge, me getting screwed over in a fight, Hugh winning me battles against Team Plasma, we would be here for ages. So let's just go to the 7th gym badge. Now, after spending about an hour and a half dealing with the rest of the trainers before, Drayden was still much of an issue. The fight had a lot of luck in it, and I was able to beat him over a couple very lucky confusion hits of himself, and one very lucky move from Flygon, who for some reason decided Dragon Tail was a better move than actually killing my Pichu. And funnily enough, that was the 7th gym badge, and the second hardest easily. So some plot stuff happens, the city freezes over, and I fight Zinkaloin? Okay, I'm just not gonna call him his name, let's just call him Zucchini. Because that's easier to say. Zucchini is a pain, and I had to grind for a long time till I could finally beat him. After grinding up 12 levels and being level 69, I was finally able to beat him. The only thing else I can really say about the fight is I hope I never have to fight him again, and he just disappears and I never have to worry about the Zucchini ever again. Oh no, he's gonna be back for blood. Surprisingly, the final gym leader was a pushover. Nothing really to say here. Thunder pretty much just killed everything on his team, and it was an easy go. This was one of the easiest gym battles in a while, and I hope the rest of the game just is like on cruise control, kind of like this. And now, I have all 8 badges. After clearing out the minions of Team Plasma, we have a problem. Zucchini is back. Oh yeah, and he absolutely destroys me. So I had to go and grind. After about an hour of grinding, I was finally able to beat Zucchini. And now, it's the last we'll ever see of him. Yay. But, in actuality, He's just a roadblock to the toughest challenge yet, to the Pichu only run, Colress, and his exploding Magnazone. To give you a short reference of how bad the Colress fight was, I have over 6 hours of film of the singular fight. So the issues with this fight is, one, his Magneton always goes to paralyze you as soon as possible, which is a huge issue. Then the Magnazone goes boom, which is an instant kill at any health. And just a reminder, I'm 40 levels above him, and I'm still taking absolutely massive damage from him. Now, this fight probably had the most amount of tactics in it. My item was a Chesto Berry, my moveset was Echoed Voice, Volt Switch, Rest, and Nasty Plot. So the strategy was to get plus 3 Nasty Plots, then use Echoed Voice to break the sturdy of both of his sturdied Pokemon, and then sweep with Volt Switch. And this was no doubt the hardest fight in the game, and the one that took me the most amount of time and the most amount of planning, and definitely the most amount of suffering. After beating the legendary, nothing really happened until Getsis, and Getsis was a pain, but not as much as a pain as Colress. His Cofagrigus was a pain because it knew Toxic and would always use it very early, but having a berry and getting the nasty plots off made the fight pretty easy. Now, this is a good time to talk about Uproar. Uproar is a 90 base power special move that, with plus 6 special attack, pretty much just kills you anything on the opponent's team, which works very well in Pichu's kit. With just a couple of tries, I was able to beat Getsis and progress in the game. After struggling my way through Victory Road, at the end of it, Hugh decided to battle me. To battle a broken man who just struggled through a ground ghost type. Now the ground ghost type was killed very quickly with Signal Beam, so I'm not showing footage of that, but Hugh himself was not a huge issue to deal with. But the most important part is after this battle, he gives you the TM Thunderbolt, which is a 95 base power special move that is just good. And now it's time to do the thing I was dreading the most, going to the Elite Four. After going through the Elite Four once and realizing that I was not properly equipped, I tried and went back through the Elite Four again, at level 100 with the moves Sweet Kiss, Signal Beam, Thunderbolt, and Nasty Plot. Now, this Elite Four member is really just a pushover. I Nasty Plot 2 times, have a Chesto Berry, so when I do go to sleep due to yawns, I go out and kill her entire team with Signal Beams. A very simple fight, and first try. Grimsley was next, and he was also pretty easy to take on. Signal Beam pretty much just wiped his entire team, and it was very simple, a very easy battle. Nothing really to say here, but I was kind of stupid in the last battle, and I wasted a couple of Thunderbolts, and that is going to bite me in the butt later on. But good things do not last forever, for the next few battles were very difficult. Now, this battle was the place where I got punished for my stupidity. So, what I realized is if I used Thunderbolt in every place that I needed to, I would be one short in the champion fight. So, for that reason, I actually had to use a bug gem to strengthen up Signal Beam to get a kill. That was a pain to do. It took a lot more luck than normal, but by the end of the day, the strategy worked out and I was able to beat him. This led to the next battle, the thing I feared most, Ground Ghost. Now, before I even started, this was the battle that I feared the most. Her and her golem. And also Cursed Body, but none of her Pokemon actually know Cursed Body. Now, this was a lot like the rest of the fights. I stack up nasty plots, but on Golem, I had to use Fling, and I flung a rare bone, which makes it 100 base power, and it's super effective, and it only crit kills some of the time, from my research. And, luckily for me, that's the battle. I killed everything else with Thunderbolt, and to the champion I went. So, I finally made it to champion against Iris. And guess what? She's champion for a reason. She was an absolute pain to go against due to a couple reasons. One, her Haxorus has Focus Stash, which is like sturdy, which is an issue. The way that I got around Focus Stash is using Sweet Kiss, which confuses the opponent and will break Focus Stash if they hit themselves. So, everything worked out, and Iris was beaten. So, to finally answer the question, can you beat Pokemon White 2 with only a Pichu? The answer, yes, you can. This is where the time where you made it to the end of the video. Good job. And now I will ask you to subscribe and like and all those kind of things. Check out the other videos. There's a lot of me and my friends just doing chaotic stuff. So thanks for watching.